So let's have a little introduction really now to where we are with the COP negotiations from the guy who was a UN climate change high-level champion for COP27 in Sharm El-Sheikh in Egypt. That's Mahmoud Mohieldin, and he's joining us by video, recorded video. So let's roll that and see what he's got to tell us.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to address you today on Innovation Zero event as a participant. In June this year, the Race to Zero will celebrate its third anniversary. Since Race to Zero was launched in June 2020, it has, in less than 3 years, managed to support building momentum through the membership, have more than 11,000 members in over 130 countries. The campaign has managed to drive convergence with 8 actor types, including businesses, financial institutions, cities, regions, and states. It influenced the net zero trends. For example, the International Standards Organization, ISO, the net zero guidelines reflect very much the race to zero criteria. I'm happy as well to emphasize that the work Race to Zero had been really pushing the adherence to solid rules of engagement. Integrity in climate action must center on making real progress towards fair and just net zero. The work program for the high-level champions and the Marrakesh Partnership for 2023 has its core enhancing accountability through improving tools and processes, through mobilization of non-state actors to take into account the implementation and the operationalization of the recommendations of the high-level experts groups, which was launched by the UN and through the good guidance from the UN Secretary General and the involvement of experts, members of this high-level experts group. We now have important recommendations that require to be operationalized with the support of market participants, regulators, and all of the stakeholders. The campaign on the Race to Zero increased the ratio of partners and membership in terms of reporting to Race to Zero, supported the publication of a breakthrough agenda report with the International Energy Agency and the International Renewable Energy Agency, and support the State of Climate Action report. It developed as well a tracking system and reporting partnerships for the outcomes of the Sharm El-Sheikh adaptation agenda and issuing a report on the progress achieved in implementing it. The campaign has successfully driven convergence around common goals: pledge, plan, proceed, publish, and persuade. Those 5 Ps, bringing together actors from across the climate ecosystem, from businesses, cities, regions, finance actors, academia, and the rest of the stakeholders. Having said that, in order to have the ambitious goals achieved, we need to mobilize finance, we need to utilize technology, and we need to see behavioral change through regulations, through incentives, and a leadership. And we're working together with the stakeholders in order to mobilize all of these drivers of implementation together towards achieving the goals and targets of the Paris Agreement. What we are offering today as high-level champions in this kind of long journey could be summarized in work that would require your support going forward. And if I can leave you with one clear message, is really to help the campaigns and the implementation in specific areas of work as follows. First, we need to support campaigns like the Race to Zero, whose members have been driving climate action. We need to celebrate the climate leaders who are racing ahead and share best practice. We need to make progress on nature positive action with non-state actors contributing to adaptation and reversal of biodiversity loss as they deliver their net zero targets and commitments. And we need to be truly inclusive, ensuring that women, youth, and indigenous people are leading our discussions, not just to be part of the discussion, but they need to be leading it, and they need to be in the leadership of providing a solution in the implementation. And finally, and this is very much critical for the success going forward, we need to mobilize finance from all of its sources to support climate action. Finance from external sources or domestic, public and private, need to be mobilized effectively in order to address the gaps in finance. And I'm happy that this is an area of focus, including work towards implementing the recommendation of the Sharm El-Sheikh Adaptation Agenda, including areas of work in providing funding for a pipeline of projects, of investable and bankable projects. I'm happy as well to see progress towards developing carbon markets in developing economies, including in Africa through ACME or the African Carbon Market Initiative. And we need as well to address issues on finance through debt reduction mechanisms or debt swaps to invest the proceeds in climate action and dealing as well with the requirements of nature. So as you can see, the race to zero is supporting the work, and through good collaboration with the race to resilience, we are trying to get matters on track. Each time we read the reports of the IPCC, we are always reminded that regardless of the efforts we make, we need to do more, and we need to have more collaboration and more ambitions in order to get these efforts into implementation to achieve the Paris Agreement. Thank you so much.